Yo, it is so hot in my apartment right now. Spring humidity is here, girl, and she's real. I had to close my window so that I could record this properly for y'all, but if I get shiny throughout the course of this recording, don't come for me. What's up, y'all? My name is Sid Madden. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the video series. This is my series I'm tentatively calling Starting Over in Your 30s. And if you click the link, you already know what it's about to be about. I think you can start over at any age, but the older you get, the harder it feels, and the more difficult and the more scary it can feel. I am in the midst of rapid change and pivotal transitions in my life in all facets when it comes to relationships, career, friendships, spirituality, intentionality, all that. So I'm making this series to really just create some type of archive because I need it. I'm one of those people, one of those overachievers traditionally, who accomplishes a goal and I don't take a moment to bask in the accomplishment, to bask in the achievement, in the glory. I really just have a sigh of relief and I'm on to the next. So this series is going to be a lot about prioritizing stillness, prioritizing abundance, and being okay with the discomfort of liminal spaces. That's Zadie. She's very excited for this series, obviously. We're gonna pray she doesn't bark throughout this video. But she's mostly a chill girl, but she's a dachshund, so, you know. For me, some of the biggest changes that have been happening in my life over the past 5 years have included losing my mom, the passing of my mom, and getting engaged, having best friends move away, myself moving as well. A lot of stuff. And most recently, the biggest change I've experienced is quitting my steady media job. Steady. We can get more into that about what quitting means in 2025 in a separate video if y'all are interested. But I am someone who knew from a very young age I wanted to be a writer, a host, a journalist, and I followed that path really diligently. I got a lot of accomplishments and I had a lot of career success in my path, but I reached the top of this mountain in a way where I wasn't feeling any more growth. I was feeling a sense of stagnancy, and I had to make a change, even if that change was incredibly scary and incredibly destabilizing. For my own health, my own creativity, my longevity as a human being, I needed to make a change. And I knew I had to make that change for a really long time. But earlier this year, that's when I finally took the leap and did it. And I'm not gonna lie, there is a lot to deal with when it comes to health insurance and budgeting. I also live in New York City. That's one of the most expensive cities in the world. But the price of freedom is always going to be high, but that's what makes it so valuable, you know? And right now, the freedom feels so, so good. So for me, a huge change is redefining goals related to career. I'm trying to wade through if I even want to be a journalist anymore. For 10 plus years, I've worked in music journalism and cultural criticism. I'm really negotiating if that's what I want to do anymore, if that's what's most helpful to communities I care about, if that is what is most enriching and enlightening to me at this point. So I'm wading through a lot of uncertainty, a lot of ambiguity, trying to figure out the path forward and going where I'm valued, not just tolerated, you know what I'm saying? Really, I'm trying to figure out what's next. What's next? But in the meantime, I am also committed in a real way for the first time in my adult life for not rushing myself into what's next. I'm completely unlearning so many systems that have been ingrained into me for the past 30 years of my life. And that's really, it's a hard, uncomfortable space to be in, but also it is incredibly liberating. All right, so the camera died. We're switching to iPhone, but right now we're heading to a new bakery and coffee shop by us called Cora. It's Filipino owned and they have a bunch of Filipino inspired desserts. And then I'm gonna head over to Brooklyn to volunteer at this prom dress drive held by this foundation that I work with called Envision Fest. So let's go.
I think we're gonna start off with one of the caramel, and then the spam.
This one is the ube latte, the ube syrup at the bottom. And what is this one?
Salted cocoa.
Salted cocoa, salted caramelized croissant. This is their like double flan. They make it a flan donut and then they put a little flan inside of it. This one is their ube donut and
Chocolate, perhaps?
chocolate? Is it?
It's like cacao name.
Oh.
I guess the racks go there. Yeah, they feel good quality too. This hurts my foot. Oh yeah.
Stephanie, where's Stephanie? With the very little resources that she had.